Plaintiff Patricia Olachek and her daughter Gia say Gia dated the defendant, and he caused a lot of problems between Gia and Patricia. Patricia claims the defendant tried to turn her and Gia against each other so they wouldn't talk, and Patricia's suing him today for breach of contract. Defendant Stash Auto says Gia is a violent drunk, and he often had to lock himself in his room to get away from her. Stash claims things were so bad that Gia and Patricia got into a fist fight and Gia was arrested. But Patricia, who enables Gia, bailed her out. He's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you, ma'am.
Okay, on April of 2015, my daughter Gia and Stash Auto met on an online dating site. They started dating, things progressed quite quickly, and he moved to the Twin Cities, or Minneapolis, and moved into my daughter's house in June of 2015. During the rest of the time, he had numerous jobs, and that started causing problems with their relationship.
Why?
Financially with the relationship.
You went from job to job, not numerous jobs at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say, if you got more than one job, that shouldn't be a problem. That's good. That's good news. One, he's making more money. Two, she don't have to be bothered with him all night and day. Go ahead.
Okay. So it also started causing problems between mine and her relationship. He pinned us against each other, telling her one thing, me another, so we wouldn't talk to each other.
You want to comment on what she just said?
Yeah, he would basically say that my mom was basically disgusted with me and that she said something about me.
Talk behind your back.
Yeah, he would say one thing to her and then a different thing to me.
When did you all break up and why?
It'd been going on for a while, but I asked him to leave in June 25th.
He didn't move in until June.
Yeah, but we started having problems and it wasn't working out. I was paying
Does a man give up all his worldly possessions?
July 25th, I'm sorry, I apologize.
The man give up all his worldly possessions, move in with you, and within 30 days you telling them to get out.
No, it wasn't like that.
What was it like?
He moved in, he basically was July 25th when that was happening. I apologize.
Sorry. I'm just curious, why did you think that it was wise to allow a man who had nothing to move in with you 2 months after meeting him?
He told me that he was a general contractor working through the union in Fargo when I met him.
This is for the ladies who are listening when they get that game run on them about the man has to move to town and live with you in order to find something. No, you can come visit. I'm giving you some good advice.
I know.
And all the ladies who are watching, because I've seen that story a million times. I want to live with you, baby. I want to be with you. We got to be together. Oh, I'll find something. A year later, he's still there. And then you hear him talking about school. I'm going to go to school while I'm living with you.
Want to be an astronaut.
Yeah, an astronaut. Now, you know, baby, that's a 9-year program. So he done bought 9 years now. Ladies, I'm just saying. Sir, you tell me about yourself.
Well, like they stated, we did meet online, we moved down, but I did have a job when I came down before I moved in.
Good.
What started the issues was the drinking. Miss Vizina was a violent drunk to the point where I'd have to lock myself in the room to get away from the violence, and got so bad where her and her mom actually got in a fist fight, and then I had to call the police, and then Miss Vizina had to get arrested to do so. And then her mom, being the enabler she is, got her bailed out, and she continued down the path of drinking and violence.
She was jumping on you? Is that what you're saying? Violent drunk means she was fighting.
Right.
Tearing stuff up or something.
Yes, sir. She'd come home and she had actually hit me in the face. She punched me in the eye at one time. Another report, we had to call the police.
You have reports there?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, what do you say to this?
That's false.
Never happened?
The only time that I've ever was protecting myself from him, because
He was abusive physically?
he's an ex-Marine, and he'll get in your face like this close to you.
So how did the police get involved?
Because basically, purposely, one day I called them.
Once?
And, yep.
Another
And
time?
The other time he called them.
And we have this where you were booked for domestic assault.
And
Doesn't look drunk, looks like she was crying. All right, tell me about the money, ma'am. How does he owe you? This is about you getting your money. So how does he owe you? It's not about your daughter and his relationship.
Okay, he needed $796 to pay back child support, and I said to him that I would loan it to him in agreement that he pays me back. This was on July 13th, 2015, an agreement that he pays me back in 30 days. And I've got the copy of the check that I wrote and the promissory note.
Good.
Thank you.
Oops.
All right. And obviously he's failed to pay. Has he paid you anything?
Nope.
He said on or about August 13 he would repay it all. Sir, what do you say to this?
Well, Your Honor, she did give me the loan. It wasn't fully a loan. I did some work on her house while she was trying to sell it.
Yep.
She couldn't pay me at the time until she had the money after she sold her house. And instead of paying me, she paid the child support.
Why did you sign this document?
I didn't believe I did sign the promissory note.
Oh, okay.
That's-
May I have a
Your Honor,
signature
that's
here?
untrue.
Do you have a driver's license? This is an easy one. We'll just compare it. It's a very distinct signature. Let me see your license. This is almost an exact match. Nobody can forge this. So you sign this. Now, who you say does the drinking? Counterclaim, 1,000. Go ahead.
It follows under the counterclaims for the harassment. She's pretty soft-spoken. Her daughter's not. So I believe that she had her daughter come after me, calling my boss, called his parents, got me fired, and then where I had to move, I moved back 2.5 hours from where they are. And I have the recording to prove that they had went out and purposely came after me.
Okay, let's hear the recording.
No, this is her daughter.
I want to hear my son living now because I will file a case against you. My mom is going to put a judgment against you on Friday if you don't pay her, and you won't be able to get fired.
You just told me that you and your mother are going to maliciously attack me.
My mom already told you, Scott, in a text message, if you don't pay her by Friday, that she was going to do that.
Right.
That has got to be with you and her, nothing with me.
All right. You got another one?
That's the only recorder I have, sir.
Nothing with Miss Pat on it?
Well, like I said, she is pretty soft-spoken.
What did Miss Pat say or do to you? You just played me threats by her daughter, and the only thing her daughter said was that my mom is going to get a judgment against you. So that's all she said is my mom was going to, in essence, take you to court and get a judgment, and that's what she's done. Miss Pat hasn't done anything to you, sir. You and her daughter, this between you and her, all this mess about harassment. You have to sue her for that. Her mom didn't have anything to do with that. So I'm going to grant her mom the judgment, and $796 is yours, ma'am. He signed this agreement, and he tried to play like he didn't know. He didn't quite deny it. He said, I don't remember. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day, you all. Bye-bye.
the only thing I have to say with him is we have a truck together, and we have to take care of that. Otherwise, I really have nothing else to say to him.
You are a manipulative liar.
All right.